Well, this is just great to be here tonight. When I told a friend that I was going to be here tonight, I confessed. I thought, what if I get on stage and I just blank, right? And I thought, I have a past of that. When I was in the 7th grade, we had a new student at my tiny school, and I went to introduce my best friend to this new student, and I couldn't remember my best friend's name. This is a true story. So if you see me blanking up here, I do have my notes recycled on the back of my Trader Joe's. Yeah, so, people do say that I am weird. And yes, it's true. I do have a flip phone. I don't have a car. And for me, COVID, liberating. So let's take masks. So I've heard some people out there say that masks infringe on freedom. No, au contraire, mon frère. That's my French for tonight. So I don't know about your eating habits, but, for me, like when I have Doritos and salad stuck in my teeth, sometimes I just don't feel like brushing and flossing. But it's okay, because with a mask, nobody can see. Liberating, exactly. And then, sometimes, I don't know about you, but I'm 55, but I still have that youthful skin, that breaks out in acne. But again, with a mask, you're covered. It's okay. But one thing that I do want to warn you about that it doesn't cover you for, so like if you get caught on camera while you're robbing a bank, it doesn't, but that's how I saved a lot of money on food and rent during the time of COVID. So let's take shelter in place. Shelter in place. So for those of you out in Zoom land, and you had too many of those COVID Doritos, and you needed a total makeover, well, that's what Zoom did for me. And then for those of you who were my cellmates, and you needed to escape for tonight, to be here tonight, well, I rappelled down with my COVID special Rapunzel hair. All right, let's move on then. Let's go on to travel restrictions. So I don't know about you all, but I got some weird invitations, like an invitation to a wedding for my in-laws, neighbor's, uncle's dog walker to go to a wedding. And it's just great because I could just say, gosh, Strats, I'm so sorry, but COVID. And then what about the outcry about Zoom replacing transatlantic flights? Well, for me, that was just great. No more jet lag. And then, yep, so here I go. I'm blanking again. I warned you all. Okay, so let's talk about social distancing, my favorite topic. So remember when we had the 6 feet distance requirement? And the great thing for that was the end of man-spreading into my space. Because I'm telling you, there is no man out there who can spread 6 feet. But on the other hand, social distancing Do you ever have those Tom, Dick, and Harry huggers? You know, they just always want to hug you. But COVID, again, lifesaver. Gosh, I sure would love to hug you, but COVID. And then let's talk about 6 feet under. Final freedom from those Dick and Harry huggers. Now, I'm sure some of you washed your hands here tonight. Maybe you still follow mandatory hand washing. And that, I think, was when men finally understood why women carry hand cream. And maybe for some of the men out there, they finally started to carry hand cream. No? No men out there carrying hand cream? Are you washing your hands? Okay, what about mandatory vaccinations? Well, as some of you know, they were a great conversation starter, a great conversation ender, and a great way to vaccinate your conversations. And finally, COVID testing, because that's still happening. Well, it really is the most hygienic way to pick your nose. I'm sure all of you done that sometime in your life. A COVID test too, maybe, if you're lucky. And then, in terms of COVID testing, for some of the ladies out there, you might know, it's easier to hit that target than a pregnancy test, right? And finally, the great thing about COVID testing is it gives us the unparalleled opportunity to have that sense of wonder, mystery, suspense. As we pluck the petals of life, asking, does COVID love me? Does COVID not? Thank you all, you've been great.